I want to talk about states' rights, states' responsibilities, and actually where the states are the solution to the problems that we have. I really do believe that the states are going to be the solution to the problems that the federal government has created and has been a major part of. I was in the Indiana legislature in 2005 when Governor Daniels was elected, and we had a transportation hole to fill. And we were talking EV bonds, we were talking about gas taxes, and none of those were the good options. None of us felt that that was the right thing to do, to either raise taxes or to borrow more money from the future. So Indiana leased the toll road that we have in Indiana for $3.8 billion from the private sector. Now Washington is wanting to punish Indiana because we were creative. We were trying to find other ways of funding transportation programs. Governor Bush, if you could talk a little bit about that. Also, Mr. Edwards, if you could talk about that. And Congressman Waxman, you know, coming from the state of California that has a lot of fiscal issues as well, talk about where the states why can't we allow states to be creative in finding solutions like that within the states, and why it's important that Washington shouldn't punish those states for being creative.
Well, thank you, Congressman. I personally, I love that deal because they overpaid. So in this case, Indiana leased out a road that effectively people from Illinois and Ohio paid disproportionate fares for to get to and from, and the money was reinvested in infrastructure in places where disproportionately Hoosiers got the benefit from the infrastructure. It was a very creative deal. And interestingly, around the world, this is commonplace. Center left, center right, it doesn't really matter. The administrations, it seems as though this idea of public-private partnerships is very common. In the United States, with huge infrastructure needs, as we've discussed, has lagged way behind other countries in this regard. So this is an example of, well, we must do it the way we've been doing it because we're doing it the way we were doing it, rather than pausing for a moment and saying, are there best practices that we could apply from other places to maybe more creative approaches? And I think you're right, to allow states to be the laboratories for this to work out would be a great idea. Canada, to use the Canadian example again of transformation, which has allowed them to weather these huge storms that our country is facing right now far better than we did. Their reforms in their pension obligations, in their spending, and the things that they did to get their government back to a proper level were done under conservative and liberal administrations. This was not as an ideological battle. It was simply a recognition that there are structural problems that exist. Fix the structural problems. That seemed to be the duty of leaders in Canada, and now they're paying a huge dividend because of it. So I'll give you another example real quick. Medicaid, we got under, I guess, the Bush that you don't like as much as 41, I got a waiver, the state got a waiver to try a different approach on Medicaid that now is based on independent analysis, has been proven to be more effective and at a lower cost, where we moved effectively to a defined contribution system away from a pay-and-chase system that the federal government pays enormous amounts for. We got better health care outcomes. We empowered people to make decisions for themselves, and it yielded a better result. Now, that pilot that exists, now there's the state law has changed based on that. I think the law is even better than what we proposed. It was modified based on seeing what the pilot yielded, and now they're in front of President Obama's administration to see if they can get an extension of the waiver, and it's possible that they will.
Mr. Stutzman, you're absolutely right, letting states try things out on their own. In California, we adopted a medical malpractice law that has held down insurance rates for doctors. What do the Republicans want to do faced with the failure of 30 million, 50 million people without getting insurance? They say, oh, let's adopt a federal law, take the power away from the states, and have one-size-fits-all medical malpractice. And that's their solution to health insurance inequities where people can't buy insurance because the insurance companies discriminate against them. Let the states do things. Let's don't preempt them. We're going to learn a lot from them.
So can I count on you to help me stop the punishment from Senator Bingaman to punish Indiana for the lease of toll road? Would you help me with that?
Well, I certainly want to learn more about it if I can help you.
I'll let you guys do a colloquy later.
All right, thank you. I'll yield
Another
back, Mr. Chairman.
Californian, Miss Bass.
Thank you.